China, the Chinese Communist Party, is midway through a 10-year project to rewrite the Bible, which will then be forced on Chinese Christians. One of the changes in this new Bible turns Jesus into a murderer. Chinese Christians receive Bibles for the first time. With as many as 130 million reported Chinese Christians and the continuing explosive growth of the underground church, there are now more Christians in China than members of the Communist Party. The Chinese government's persecution of Christians has only led to even more church growth, causing the Communist Party to now target the Bible itself, what it calls an update with socialist values and removing passages that don't reflect communist beliefs. Chinese are no longer content with all of these attempts to try to forcibly get Christians to deny their faith. And so now they've just taken it to a new level where they're trying to rewrite the scripture and to confuse them and to prevent them from becoming Christians. In one example from a high school textbook, a Communist Party revision of John chapter 8 about the woman caught in adultery says, Jesus once said to the angry crowd who was trying to stone a woman who had sinned, "He who is without sin among you, let him cast a stone at her." When his words came to their ears, they stopped moving forward. When everyone went out, Jesus stoned the woman himself and said, "I am also a sinner." We have seen the escalation. The Bibles for children is totally forbidden, and all the Bible apps were forcefully removed from every e-commerce app store. Millions of Chinese Christian children were forced to sign a form renouncing their faith in public. The issue for the Chinese Communist Party is control. It is always about control, and they see the gospel, they see the Christian message as something that would take control away from the Communist Party. And so this new socialist translation of the Bible is just another step for the Chinese Communist Party as they try to control the church and really co-opt Christianity as a means of controlling the people and helping them serve the party's interests. But one Chinese pastor was quoted as saying, "The rulers have chosen an enemy that can never be imprisoned. They are doomed to lose." I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash, Shalom Israel, and I'm here to do a review on China trying to rewrite our book of the law, which they should know better, but they just as foolish as Esau is. Now in the Bible it tells us, well, the Apocrypha it tells us in the first Maccabees that the heathen opened up the book of the law. Let's get that. This is First Maccabees 3 and 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint their likeness of their images. Even though they're not putting their image into the book of the law, they're still putting their image into it by trying to rewrite it in their own view. Not only did they join up in a confederacy against us, but now they trying to do the same thing Esau did by painting their own version of the book of our law. But I'm here to tell you today, Moab, China man, the only thing here for you in that book is slavery. You're going into captivity, and that's all it is to it. Y'all turn is not next. It's not Moab at the Esau go down. So all you look dealing and under the table shady shit you been doing, you're gonna cut that. But it also tell us about, the Bible also tell us about that look join up confederacy you did with Esau back in the day to cut us off from being a nation. This is book of Psalm 83,
Verse 4. And they have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance. Y'all, that's what y'all did. You and the other tribe. For they have consulted together with one consent that they are confederate against thee. The tabernacle of Edom and of Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarim. So we already know, y'all already figured, if y'all get rid of the Israelite, sooner or later y'all turn gonna come back up. But y'all had y'all turn already, Moab. Most High gave y'all turn. Hey, it's over with. Y'all ain't never going back into leadership. The new word they gonna come from the destruction of Esau is only for the Israelite. But y'all got great pride in thinking that not only is y'all turn up next, that y'all gonna that y'all can rewrite our book. Which also you can find that in Isaiah 16:6. Isaiah 16:6 says, We have heard of the pride of Moab. He is very proud, even of his haughtiness and his pride and his wrath. But his lies shall not be so. So you can be proud of all the other shit, but them lies you trying to preach and push to other people about our book of the law and that you neck, you ain't got no pride in it because y'all know the truth. That's why y'all trying to do all this other shady shit to jump up thinking y'all gonna be the next ruler. But that ain't gonna help. Because what's gonna happen is that y'all gonna end up getting judged by the Most High, like it says in Jeremiah. That book of Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 48, verse 42. And Moab shall be destroyed from being a people, because he had magnified himself against the Lord. That's you thinking you're gonna get our book, Moab. You think you're gonna rewrite it and do it the way you want to do it, due to your great pride. You trying to magnify yourself against the Most High, thinking you better. But fear, verse 43, but fear in the pit and the snare shall be upon thee, O inhabitant of Moab, says Yahweh. He that fleeth from fear shall fall into a pit, and he that getteth up out of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For I will bring upon it, even upon Moab, the year of their visitation, said Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So even when y'all think y'all getting up out of there, you think you done dodged one trap, you gonna go right into another. You think you done got up out of that, something else gonna get you. The Most High is setting you up, Moab. Y'all don't see it, but that's what's going on. Verse 45. They that fled stood under the shadow of Hezbon because of the force. But a fire shall come forth up out of Hezbon, and a flame from the midst of Sion, and shall devour the corner of Moab, and the crown of the head of the tumultuous ones. So no matter what you do, no matter how far y'all run, think y'all gonna get up out of there, that force, the angel, Yahweh Shai, hey, they coming for your ass. Ain't gonna be no running. No matter where you go, it's still gonna tear you up. Woe be unto thee. Woe be unto thee, O Moab, the people of Chemosh, perishing, for thy sons are taken captive, and thy daughters are taken captive. There you go, captivity for y'all. 47. Yet will I bring again the captivity of Moab in the latter days, said the Lord. Thus far is the judgment of Moab. So you're gonna have to go back into captivity like you did back in the day of King David. Y'all ain't about to rule. So there's no point in you going over there, messing with our book, touching the book of the law, thinking that y'all can change shit because your time is coming. No. Y'all time up, Moab, just like for the rest of the people. If you ain't of Israel, and if you ain't of the elect of Israel, you gonna die or you going into captivity. At least the 2/3 can come back in the kingdom and they gonna be righteous. They ain't gonna be slaves, but y'all gonna be slave, Moab. Alright. Second Samuel. Like I said, just like during the time of King David, we gonna do the same thing to y'all again. There's no new thing under the sun. And we gonna fuck y'all up like we fucked y'all up back then. Like it says in 2 Samuel, verse 8 and 2. And he smote Moab and measured them with a line, casting them down to the ground. Even with 2 lines measured he to put to death, and with 1 full line to keep alive. And so the Moabites became David's servant and brought gifts. That's all y'all gonna be good for. Be in service again, bring us our gift, and y'all women gonna be concubines. Other than that, we're gonna get rid of y'all mighty men before they get into the kingdom. They ain't coming over there. All we want is the weak and feeble. We want them weak, feeble bitch men y'all got who gonna help build our kingdom, and y'all women gonna be concubines. That's all y'all can do for us, Moab. So it's best that y'all keep y'all hands off our book. Because the Lord gonna execute judgment upon you, Moab. He letting y'all, just like the Edomite, build y'all self up, build the pride up, only to tear y'all down. But that's my thoughts on it. I'll leave a link to the video in my description if anybody else want to use it. But I like to get all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom, and thank you, Israel.